Alright, be sure to like and subscribe.
Nope.
Hit that like button.
No.
If you want me to keep popping out videos, hit that subscribe.
Nope.
If people like your video, they'll do that. But we ain't gonna go that route, so brrr up, and let's get started. If you love automation, you're gonna love Factorio. Even if you liked managing traffic in city skylines, you'll love the amount of systems and logistics management that occurs in this game. Factorio was on my ignored list and somehow made its way into my Steam library. I would recommend trying the demo for free first before purchasing. If the demo was something you enjoyed, I'm sure you'll eventually purchase the game. Just so you know, this game is extremely unlikely to ever go on sale. $30 for this game is quite the asking price, so really do your homework before you consider taking the leap. This game builds off the concept of finding a resolution, but it's almost as if nearly every resolution leads to another issue. Sounds cumbersome, but the challenge is pretty fun. Factorio can be overwhelming for those looking to jump straight into a game. I'm a very impatient gamer and generally take this route, but I am very happy I took the time to try out the demo and learn the game. Once someone realizes the premise of the game and the insane amount of connections that need to be made to make products, materials, and resources, it's quite easy to get a headache from overthinking. This is the draw of the game. It starts out relatively simple but becomes quite complicated when you want to begin automating production. For example, if the player wants to build a green science kit, you'll need a conveyor belt, track, and an inserter. The player can easily continue to input those objects into the assembler, but that becomes quite tiresome in an extremely short amount of time. Player now has to think, before I get to the green science kit, I need to make an assembler that makes tracks and inserters. Those assemblers will need gears, refined iron, and other materials before the tracks and inserters are made. The player is then left thinking how to shovel coal and iron into a furnace to continue producing refined iron. This is the draw of Factorio, ladies and gentlemen. This is how players get sucked in as their ability to organize becomes challenged. The gameplay, although simple, is quite rock solid. The game is controlled with a mouse and keyboard and offers extremely rudimentary movement options. The player is unable to jump, dodge, or roll. These movements aren't quite necessary, but movement options are always welcome. Another control-based approach I would have liked to see is the ability to move the character in a 360-degree motion, sort of what a joystick would provide. Controller support would have been a neat addition as well, though I can understand why players are being pushed towards mouse and keyboard control. The car movement is also a little bit blocky, but it seems the devs designed it that way. Placing and removing objects are quite simple as there's no long building time. You can also build while in the car, which is a solid feature when there's a lot of area to cover. There are, however, assembly times. All items in the game will take time to put together. Although that is the case, the player can build and have buildings available in their back pockets whenever they please. Another feature I appreciated is the ability to check anywhere on the map at any given time, given you have a radar in the area handy. The graphics and visuals are pretty standard for a two-dimensional world. The animations were actually really well done considering they're 2D. The fine details of smoke, smog, automation, lights turning off and on, and building animations are all well done. I feel that the design process was thoroughly looked after and attention to detail was kept in high regard. The sounds and music are decent at best. Yes, it does suit the atmosphere, but I find the background music to be more annoying than enjoyable. The sounds will sometimes drive you nuts as well. Hearing the radar sound next to an area where you need to walk will irritate you, though I shouldn't complain too much as at least the sound indicates to me that the radar is working. Overall, as simple of a concept Factorio is, it just has this factor where it will keep drawing you in. Minecraft and Terraria players will understand this feeling of endless exploration. You might find some points of the game very overwhelming when you're trying to assemble certain parts, but that challenge will entice you to continue. There are points in the game where I get caught doing something and then completely forget what I was previously working on. It's a confusing and wonderful feeling. It is possible to organize and follow an assembly line, but sometimes you'll have no idea how the heck or where the heck a certain item is coming from. I will recommend this game, but I highly suggest you try the demo and do a little research before purchasing the game. If you're buying it for the multiplayer, it is a smooth experience. Playing the game alone is perfectly fine, but multiplayer will help you get to your objectives a lot faster. Rockstars, thank you again for tuning in. Happy holidays, happy new year, rock on, and keep on rocking out.